Self-acceptance is our most challenging prospect because we have to accept something we don't know because we've never been ourselves before when we come into the world. And then we're going to compare ourselves to everyone else, and then that's going to give us difficulty as well. And then we're going to start to discover that we have challenges in our lives because we're not accepting ourselves and that unknown place that we're meant to move to in our lives, which only occurs in our consciousness. And I had to do that today. It's April the 20th of 2026, and I had to accept myself because what I've done, what my life has done, is had me bring and to the world a philosophy that could change anyone's life, and if enough people did it, it would change the world because people would start to remember who they are. They would start to live as their highest, best self. They would move through any kind of limitations that they've had, any kind of um, judgment that they've placed on themselves that then they give to others, whatever it might be. And I was given a way for that to happen, but I kept ignoring it and denying that it had occurred because I would do things like writing and channeling, and that didn't seem to make sense, except it was connecting to consciousness. And it was connecting to a universal consciousness that I know everyone's involved, everyone's a part of. And then when I was told that I had this information, I still was doubting it, and it couldn't have been. And then even when it's healing me and showing me the mechanics of how that happens, and then it's revealed that it's using quantum mechanics and quantum physics and all of these things, and accepting that was still a little difficult, as accepting yourself might be as well. There's no human born any different than another. It's just what we learn, what we carry around, and what we decide if we're going to move over it or not. And I wrote something a while ago. I wrote a few things. I wrote The Curse of Being Me. I wrote that back in July of 2025 because I could see everything that was happening. I could see what was happening in your life and in our world, and knowing that I'm holding a solution. But saying those words was also uncomfortable because the solution is each person remembering their worth and value and coming to live that in this world. And that was the path that I lived and what I'm meant to give to others. So when people ask, what is my work? It's exactly that. It's guiding each person to their individual purpose, their mission, why they're here in the world, and to have them live it so they become happy and abundant and in love with themselves. And I said that 6 years ago, but again, I had to see it play out and I had to own it myself because it was too unbelievable. How could I have done that? And especially when you do something that most people hadn't seen, and I hadn't seen it before. But when you read the messages and you read the analysis of what I put out today, it'll make more sense to you. But I had to tell you because there's no reason for you, and I said this earlier, there's no reason for you not to have this great life. I just had to live my life to bring in a way for you to accomplish that. Not everyone will believe that because, again, I had challenging time believing it. But now when you read it, it might make more sense. And now what I'm doing, because I have been holding back and waiting for people to believe it, and that is the other problem that we have. Wanting others to believe us before we start to do it. And I have to do that because I'm 75. How long am I going to be here? So I'm doing it today. And this is why I'm going to be taking private clients and working with you. The program is there. You can come into it. It's going to be a different rate after tomorrow, however. But I just had to tell you the truth. And the truth is, there are no limitations in your life. They're just in your consciousness. And I've written them all down. That was the most astonishing thing to see how much I had written in 37 years. And then to see what I did to myself by not honoring it and charging enough for it. And so that's when I'm changing as well. But I will tell you, there's no reason for you not to be happy, successful, and fall in love with yourself. And I was given the way for you to accomplish that. Now you know. I'll see you soon.